Hi, welcome to Pet Farms. I'm JJ.
And I'm Steven, sitting in the background.
Back to Pokemon.
Back to Pokemon.
Right now, I'm just going through, leveling up, and stealing those kids' money.
Also, while you're still watching, because I know everybody really pays attention the first 30 seconds, we have a website called petfarms.live. You can buy merch.
Oh.
You can donate to us from there if you want to. You don't have to do any of that, but I'm just going to mention it. And you can catch our live streams. And you can get to our YouTube channel and everything from there too. Discord, blah, 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 all of that. We have a tab on the website for live streams. It's a whole thing. Hyper Fang or Super Fang?
Super Fang. Because if you look right here.
Cuts the target's HP to half?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's just in general. Because if it's...
The user bites hard on target front fangs. And they also take...
That's a pretty good one, though. Because it causes flinching a lot.
You know, I'm not that desperate for Super Fang.
Super Fang is one of those. We can come back and get it if we want to.
Yeah.
There's a move relearner in the Pokemon Center.
Porygon and Pikachu. Yeah.
I would have went for Porichu, but Pikagon is okay, I guess.
I will use Clefnix.
Mr. Azard cracks me up.
It's better than Jizzard.
Anyway. That was actually a cool fusion just for the fact that the tail was detached. I thought that was neat. You're out here beating up children.
I'm just after their lunch money.
With a Charizard.
Oh, look, it's cute. Bye.
I actually think Eevee is adorable.
Oh, I know. Potato. It's a potato.
It's a potato.
Gee, what's it weak against?
Who knows?
What is it? What is it even a fusion of?
I don't know. What is the other half of that?
I'm beating up preschoolers.
Is it Pidgeotto, maybe?
Maybe.
Pato. I don't know how I'm going to find that. I'm just going to try Paris with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. It was a potato.
Paris.
Gotta fix that paralyzed.
What ends with a T-O?
The only one I'm thinking of is
somebody, whoever put this in, spelled something wrong. It says Nidoran with an M at the end of it. Pato. What would be T-O at the end? Ditto, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
It is literally a potato now.
It's the better fusion, it looks like. Well, no, it's just green. It's the custom one. Because this one's better. This one I've actually seen. I've seen that one in a playthrough that I'm watching.
Your Team Rocket, why should I listen to you?
I don't think that one's called Pato, though.
Well, it would go that way anyway, Team Rocket.
Also, this is JJ's first time. He operated all of the streaming stuff on his own.
Not Celadon City.
Just wanted to point that out. Also, this gym sucks. Or the Pokemon, or not the gym.
I'll trade you for it right now.
Why? Why would you do that? That's a horrible trade. I like Rapidash, but not that much. The Team Rocket den in this version sucks. Those are some good moves. But you have to do the gambling thing.
I'm good.
And that's a whole thing. I forgot Abro was so cheap in there.
Okay, so do I get these Pokemon or?
You have to have so many coins of their stuff.
Oh, I know. I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
a whole thing. Yeah, you get the Pokemon though if you buy them in the thing. Because I used to specifically go after Dratini, so I could have Dragonite.
That is a good idea.
Like that was always my go-to when I did that one. Because Dragonite is really good to have in a game that doesn't have very many dragon types. Nowadays, you have like a myriad of dragon
Is
types.
it?
That is Sylph Company, I think. Or the mall thing. The gym is down there. Because that's the building for it that you're seeing right there. But I think we have to go to the Pokemon... Or I keep saying Pokemon. I think we have to do that first.
Down there where those are?
Yeah, the Team Rocket.
I'm not even using a Pokemon.
Which you might figure that out before I did. I like how it says JJ used cut. That just cracks me up. Oh, look, his Gyarados. JJ!
Not in the mood to read.
I hate the Team Rocket dens in this game. It makes me feel old.
So do I gotta go through the den?
Yeah. Because she's going to be out of the gym until you fix it. Or fix the whole Team Rocket thing. I think she goes in with you, if I remember. Because they kidnap somebody, and she's like, oh, we have to save him. I think the dude they kidnapped is from Lavender Town. Is like the whole thing.
It's a Weeping Bell and a Tanglia.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, though. Almost looks like Jinx with a wig on, but...
That worked.
It's because you're so much more strong than she is. You're going to wipe her gym with Charizard for sure. It's not even a challenge. He's got 2 move types that you can use. Oh, the Pokeball looks cool. I like that.
What even is it?
It's Voltorb and Weezing, I guess? Because Weezing's the one with 2. That one's cool looking, though.
Carryover damage?
That's a thing?
I guess. Didn't I already know Psychic?
It's like our D&D campaign. Oh, Psychic might be a lot better than Psybeam.
But it only has 10 uses.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
That's probably the only reason I ain't getting it.
Probably. And if we end up wanting it later, it's not a big deal. Because you can always go back.
Yeah, that is carryover damage.
That's crazy.
Maybe it only works in dual fighting.
Maybe. That's awesome, though. I like that.
Slash.
I was like, what are you choosing that for?
That's 70 damage. I don't really have any use for a dragon.
Twister is odd too. I don't know that I ever used Twister.
I was going to get rid of it. I feel like I used Slash before I used Twister.
Probably, yeah.
My phone they had
that little bass guitar and that music.
Honestly, my favorite thing about Pokemon is the guy who does the actual song also does the partially does the Japanese version.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy her gym.
Yeah, it's not even gonna be an issue. The problem with this den is you have to the little walking ramps and stuff.
I should be good. I play Resident Evil.
Some of them you have to drop. Some of them you have to make float with water. It's like a whole thing, but you should be fine. You're good at these puzzles. I suck at these things. I grew up on Resident Evil. It took me like an hour longer than it should have. But to be fair, I haven't played a Pokemon game in a
What is
while.
that? Eradicate and Tentacruel?
It is Nightmare Fuel, is what that is. Does it walk on those tentacles?
I don't know, but I'm taking it out.
That's kind of... That's like something you see in like a... It's going to come out of the water with Cthulhu when Cthulhu shows up.
Yeah.
Like an illithid kind of thing.
I don't like the rhythm encounters.
I actually used a crap ton of repels in this area. Because I don't buy a lot of things when I play Pokemon games, so I end up with a lot of money.
I do at a point.
So I just spent a crap ton of money on repels so I could get through this without worrying about it.
I will say this, since the beginning of this thing isn't that difficult.
Nidoking looks cool. Golmer's a little weird. But I didn't like Golbat as a kid when I played. But as an adult, it's got some pretty good typing advantages.
Oh, yeah.
And Crobat is really good.
I noticed in most flying Pokemon, if it involves something hitting it and smacking around like rock moves, it does the most damage.
Yeah. Crobat it's so fast that using it in anything is way better than using most Pokemon. Yeah, that takes you out of the thing, and you don't really want to do that. You want to see something weird? Walk this way when you're down there. Okay. I don't know if it's like a glitch or whatever.
You need to lower the water?
I think so.
Dang it.
Because I think your point is to get through that door.
That door?
If I remember correctly. Maybe?
Nope.
Oh, no, that's just a move. Okay.
Useful move, but still a move.
Sludge Bomb is a decent move. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this, so I wouldn't rely on me. Ratmer. We haven't seen any muck yet, so I think that's a higher evolution, though.
Yeah.
That's one of those weird ones that's like a late evolution.
I do like the fact she heals me after every fight.
Yeah, this is very useful. I just really like Pokemon music. I'm going to be honest.
Like me with Final Fantasy. Dang it.
Oh, gosh. I love how I did a Gen 6 filter earlier, and a lot of the Pokemon I chose on it weren't Gen 6 Pokemon. Because
and Grimer.
Yeah. That one's actually cool.
Yeah.
That's the only Grimer fusion that I've seen that actually looks cool.
It makes me think of Venom.
I like that one.
Sleep. Thank you. In my defense, I am level 40. Dang it.
If you do any of these filters like this for TikTok, the evolutions of the Pokemon count, if it gives you like an early one toward whatever the end result is.
I haven't done one of those yet. I might do one tomorrow.
Just gonna throw that out there.
If I think about it, I'll just do it with yours.
Because there's like all the generations of that one up to 6 so far, I think. Because I follow the guy that makes those filters, so that I can see them as soon as he makes them. Which I think is smart. Stay ahead of the curve a little bit, and it's usually pretty good.
What's this way? Oh. issue with this chair. Not that comfy.
So someone commented on this video that I posted. It was the Gen 6 filter on TikTok. You're not a Pokemon fan, are you? Because then you would know what Mega Mewtwo is. I wasn't a Pokemon fan at the time of the Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can I video reply to this? Yes, I can. I'm going to mute myself for a second. I am an older Pokemon fan. So, at the point when Mega Evolutions were a thing, I was at work. at like a real job. just gonna throw that out there. I'm going to redo that, because that sounds awful. When Mega Evolutions were a thing, I was already an adult. I think I stopped watching in the beginning of Gen 3 when the anime came out. So, Gen 6, I don't even think I played. Was that Black and White?
Maybe?
I don't think I played Black and White at all. I think I streamed a little bit of Black and White too. But I never got that far. I think I got to like the third gen stuff. I think doing those help a lot because I'm able to actually like reply back with the with the intention of being nice. Look at these. Weepin' Kate looks weird.
Has a beard.
Your beard is weird.
It's also weak to fire.
I mean, a lot of things are weak to fire. In real life and video games.
You know what? I don't care about the extra stuff. Getting tired of running into random stuff. I say that as I'm starting to head towards it. Come on, muck. Jesus Christ.
I think it's really funny, though, when people like to comment stuff like that. And it's like, well, you should take into account that some people aren't mega fans.
Like my cousin who told me about the whole custom sprite thing.
Yeah. We're older people, too. We're not, like, children. So, like...
I'm old enough to put it this way. We're old enough to be dads.
Yeah, of, like, older kids. My sister's children are in. Well, yeah. I think my oldest niece is in like 2nd grade.
There's another not meaningful.
And she's my younger sister, so I would have older kids if I had a kid.
That makes me think of something from Resident Evil.
It does kind of look weird.
Imagine Eradicate fused with the mold from 7. Your face says it all. That's literally what it looks like.
I always make this joke when people ask me if I had kids. I'm like, oh.
Why can't I hit it?
I did some things I'm not proud of when I was a late teenager.
Sandton. No.
JJ was a good kid. I was not.
Well, I was, yes, a good kid, but I was weird. I remember one time my dad came home and I took apart my PlayStation. You better put that back together.
And while you were doing that, I was getting shot at by a girl's dad while I was running out of their house with my pants around my ankles. So we live very different lives.
Are you sure we're not related? That's not some crap my cousins would get into.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a real story. Not proud of it, but
I can't say nothing. One of my cousins stole a billy club from a cop car.
a what?
Billy club.
Oh. Trying to think of anything else like that was. I mean, I snuck out of the house a lot with that same girlfriend, actually. What's funny is you think I'd have left her after her dad shot at me, but I did not.
As I said, that's not something my cousins would do.
I definitely did not. I was with her for years.
Honestly, what's taking this the longest
is the random encounters. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have figured it out.
I knew you wouldn't take too long. It took me forever, but I was like, JJ's a little more. That's annoying.
I don't even know if I have any of those
Repels?
repels.
I don't think so.
I used them all in that one place.
Oh my god.
The cave?
I don't think I was mentally there for that whole episode that you're talking about. I don't remember like a good chunk of the recordings. There was like a whole session that we recorded. I think the last time we recorded, I was like, we're this far already? And you were like, yeah.
I got 10 repels.
That's what alcohol will do to your brain. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Don't do any adult things like that ever. Talking to the children in the audience.
It's reached the point where I hate adulting.
Like don't drink, don't do
literally
drugs.
The only good thing about being an adult is being able to buy your own stuff.
Yeah. I like being able to go out and like we decided we were gonna hold off buying a house until we have credit build up. So
found it.
So I decided to go buy me a car. Because I was like, oh, that'll give me something to do. What is that?
Voltorb and a Ditto. That's a Dratini and Grimer.
Dude, the touch of the eyeball just is awesome. I really like the creative ones like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like my favorite ones. Looks like Grimer's got a couple of good ones. I mean, they look a little bit like Eldritch monsters, but Grimer is just sludge that is. Oh,
please be good.
That actually still looks great. It just looks like
name
it has a mullet now.
I want to name it Sid.
Sid. That's America right there. That's Mullet Man. What the heck? Did you just come up from the sewer?
Yeah.
There you are.
Looks like we're going to have to split up.
Yeah, she won't be healing you now.
Yeah.
I went to the left when I played.
Go the right one.
I'll go over here then.
This way we're different.
Yeah, that differentiates the game that way. It's already different. But you're always Magoo with this kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
I still think that's probably one of the best designs that we have so far. The second one was good too. The middle evolution.
Yeah. Tentachoke.
When I put this one up.
Machoke and Tentacool.
Tentachoke.
So it could either be weak to Psychic or Plant.
WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
It has a human skin tone is the creepy part.
Okay, it's we can get second. Just that look.
Your blank stare into the camera was kind of funny.
I was trying to bet on what it was.
You're just like so confused. Hilarious.
Jesus.
What is AI? Oh, I used that last time. I made a bunch of tweets with an AI, and I just like if you see Facebook posts or tweets from us on Pet Farms, it's a lot of them are going to be AI generated because I just went through and scheduled a bunch of them to go up. Looks like you're right there. Should be right? Yeah. And then that one should just shove you up. Boink, boink. A revive. That's useful.
Yes. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do this.
Oh, gosh. I don't know why I'm tired. I've had like 300 and something milligrams of caffeine since noon today. Which is only a couple hours ago. Noctus.
Who needs more moves?
If you change the D and O out of Noctos, it's Noctis, which is boost the PP.
Probably that one.
Now you're literally using like a Viagra. Your joke applies very much more now. Oh, I think your joke was for a PP up, wasn't it?
Yeah. Viagra.
Viagra. It looks like the only option is, unless you want that Pokeball, you might have to go back the way you came. Oh no, you would have to go up and around. That's a whole thing. I think right there you're supposed to go right.
Yeah.
The little arrows are annoying.
Sneak attack.
I love doing that when I play because I'm like, I just imagine just running up to a random person and just going, battle me.
Hormer.
Because they're supposed to do that to you, but if you like mess with it, that is horrifying.
It is a melted. What's it called?
Horsey.
Horsey, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how I'm nonchalantly just killing them.
That's just a Ekans.
Granted, I know why I'm killing them with one shot, but
good God.
yeah,
Charizard.
I'm like 20 levels higher than them. That's
Jesus.
okay.
That's like that meme of the legendary Pokemon walking around in Scarlet and Violet. I think the whole thing is now you got to get over to where that Pokeball is and then go up and around. Like that top line looks like it would take you there. That's really annoying though.
Uh-huh.
The way that I went when I played was much easier.
But I'm actually going to get stuff.
Yeah, you're taking extra time to go to the other things. Yeah, I think that's right. At least they changed the animation. Because I think the animation for that in the actual Pokemon games is you're spinning while doing it.
I like how on the camera you can see me just
very, very intensely staring at the screen. I wonder if it'd look better if I just turned the light off.
maybe, I don't know. You don't see the glare on top of my head.
Jesus.
Now you can't see me. There we go.
That is actually better. That is much better. And you're not staring at the light, so I think that should be fine. Turbok? That looks like a snake wearing a cat. I don't like that.
It's almost like the polar opposite. Imagine if a cat had everyone's bones broken and it swallows a snake.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
That's weird.
It's also dead. Burn it with fire! Alright.
That was Stefan. You killed Stefan's Pokemon. I actually would have preferred my name being Stefan.
I did it.
I like Stefan better than Steven.
Sure.
I have the same initials and first and last name as my uncle, which is very weird. But I have a hyphenated middle name because it's like 2 different names. And he doesn't have that, so I guess that's...
It's Ash's rumored dad.
That one looks weird, too. Oh! That music is awesome.
Well, I'm fighting Giovanni. Dang it.
Well, it's Onyx and Arbok. That is some awesome music. I like that.
Haunter and...
Kangaskhan, maybe? I bet that is what it is. So Kangaskhan is normal, so a fighting type move would be pretty advantageous there.
I don't think I have any fighting moves.
Didn't one of them have Rock Smash?
Yes, Clefnix.
That's actually a cool sprite. I like that one.
There's Rock Slide and Rock Tomb. Shot.
Oh, that kind of worked.
Yep, works.
Rock Smash would have been good because I think that's a fighting move, but
Yeah.
which makes no sense. Well, actually, never mind.
Ryrus.
Ryrus? Is it Rhyhorn?
I want to say Rhyhorn and Paris.
Paris, maybe? Yeah.
So, what's their weakness?
Honestly, you could switch Charizard back in. Or Mr. Izzard.
It's pronounced Izzard. Just kidding.
Mr. Izzard. Oh, it's Lapras.
It's still dying.
You got lucky you were so strong right there, because that would have...
I see that you raise your Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you could never understand what I have hope to achieve. I beat you.
Yeah.
I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again.
Giovanni wanted to be a Pokemon master when he was a kid.
Phew, I'm lucky you were here. I never could have done it without your help. Thank you, JJ. Well, next time, don't go without me.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have gone ahead.
You know, for that, I'm going to destroy your gym.
I'll burn it down like the anime. Then Ash can come save you. You know what I find weird about this one? Usually when you have Johto and Kanto, you start in the Johto region because that's gold and silver.
Okay, so 3-way fusions, which is probably the legendary birds.
I would assume, yeah.
3-way fusions are possible as long as you have enough energy, apparently.
Huh. The camera looks much better without the light on.
Oh, I know.
Like, you are much better lit now. I like the music in the sewer, too. It was pretty good.
Okay, so where'd the gym?
You don't need that. The gym's down. Down and to the left, I think.
I usually find extra stuff here.
Yeah, they give you missions and all that. And a HM, apparently. Because that's the one you want flash. You gonna
You show me
flash
the
everything.
Pokemon that Eevee evolves into whenever it's exposed to one of these two stones.
Moonstone?
Sunstone.
Wait. Is that how they deal with the friendship evolutions? Oh, that could be how you get Espeon and Umbreon.
A lady wants you to give her an egg to make an omelet.
You're sacrificing a Togepi? Because I think one of the only eggs you get in Kanto is a Togepi.
Works for me.
You're just gonna give some old lady a Togepi egg?
Oh, heck no.
And
I mean, whatever floats her boat.
What's the... There's an egg in Johto, too. I can't remember that one. Riolu, maybe?
Maybe.
No, because Riolu was later. I think that was like 4.
Maybe she meant execute.
Maybe.
Literally has. It's weird. I'm okay with someone going after an execute, but Togepi on the other hand.
Togepi's a baby Pokemon.
Yeah. So it's a plant gym.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder what I'm using.
Not your overpowered not dragon.
Oh wow, I can't hit it with fire moves.
What? Oh, it's because that one's a Growlithe mix. You could also still use your flying type move. Yeah.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah. I was like, hold on.
I was literally playing Pokemon Scarlet.
Yeah, like right before we started playing this game.
We started doing this, and I started updating.
Also, there's a DLC for that game coming out later in this year. That's a weird one.
Oh, I know.
But very flammable.
I got it pre-ordered. One pops up in fall, one fall.
Yeah, the other one's winter time, I think.
Apparently, one of them is an actual another school thing.
Oh, check this out. So you can get a bunch of eggs in this.
Why is that one adorable?
It kind of is.
It's the eyes.
So you get a bunch of eggs in this one, actually. Good God, I hate Reddit. It says blue, yellow, or pink egg, which is Azurill, Pichu, or Cleffa, or Igglybuff. It looks like the pink one is kind of random, I guess.
Execute.
Which I like Pichu. Pichu's a pretty good baby Pokemon. God, that was bright. Dude, look at these Electrode evolutions. These are cool.
That is literally a...
Duo Blade is weird looking.
No, what I'm saying is that is literally that character from Kirby.
Yeah. This just looks like a Pokeball. Like
This one's literally a twig.
I could see that just being a Pokeball. That's cool.
Ew. The face looks nasty, but when you look lower, you're horrified.
Oh my God. It's like Cell.
And that, folks, is why you should not hold in your food.
It's like Cell from Dragon Ball. He had a little sucker thing on the bottom.
I hope that's not a sucker.
What is that joke 4-star makes?
You know, just for a sec, since this gym's so easy, I'm just gonna go ahead and...
One of my favorite lines from Cell is like when you first see him in the abridged version. He's like, I'm gonna drink this guy.
I'm gonna drink this guy. Yeah, he talks like that character, that person who's like, "Hey kids, you wanna see a dead body?"
It's like one of my favorite things he says. And
I loved his song.
Perfect Cell cracks me up too. That's like peak comedy for Dragon Ball Abridged.
And Goku just kept flirting with him.
Uh,
I want to punch you right on your chiseled cheekbone.
one of my favorite lines from the whole show is Cell talking to Gohan, and he's like, "You have my erection," and Dragon Ball, Gohan is like, "What? Don't you mean?" And he's like, "You know what I'm about." It's like one of my favorite lines from the whole show. And I love Vegeta. Abridged Vegeta is my favorite.
I love him at his angriest.
Do you,
Are you okay?
really believe in all this hype around you or whatever? I am the hype.
I loved it when Gohan and Krillin stole the Dragon Balls. He started screaming and it showed the future Trunks like, "Father?"
Legitimately, my favorite line, though, is, that one doesn't look bad. It's, what point is it at? Nappa. When Vegeta's talking to Nappa, and Nappa's just like, "I didn't think you were that stupid, Vegeta." He's like, it's like one of my favorite lines.
And then when he got knocked into that mountain, Goku's like, "Are you okay, Vegeta?" "I'm fine. There's just lollipops and ice cream in here."
Really?
Anytime he screams, it's just gold.
Everybody better duck. Because I'm turning left. I don't want to hit you. I love that one too. That show's just full of really good jokes.
I think it's just Team 4-star.
They are just genuinely funny. I think they put so much effort into that show that no one appreciated until after it was all done.
Oh, I know. Another one I like is
I've got a lovely bunch of Dragon Balls.
yeah. Another one I like is what is it? Helsing.
Helsing Abridged is good too. I've heard. I haven't actually watched it because I didn't like the show.
It's hilarious for obvious reasons.
They're also involved in other abridged stuff. Sword Art Online is probably the best abridged.
Didn't they do a little bit of the following series? Sword Art Online. I think they did. And at one point, that one girl's, the place where they wind up with the wings and fly around.
Yeah, that's part of the newer season.
I think that's it.
Season 2 of Sword Art is in a different game. I think they do a different game for every season. Because that one they're not stuck in, but he has to save his future wife or whatever.
Yeah. I did like the fact that
show is very awful.
I did like how her guards, where she was captured, were terrified of her. Granted, she also made comments about eating one of her guards' dog. How do you know my dog's name?
I genuinely think that one's funnier than Team 4-Star.
Oh, definitely.
It's really good. And they cut out some of the filler. They changed some of the plot points to where they're not so creepy. Because there's a whole incest vibe that they kind of do away with in that. And I'm cool with it.
I think they joke briefly, but that's as far as it goes.
Because in the actual show, she wants him.
Yeah.
And it's
even after she finds out it's him.
It's gross. Because they're actually
the worst part is the Sword Art games continues that.
Because
you can actually go on a date with your sister.
That's gross.
Yes.
I mean, it's not actually his sister. I think they're cousins, and like her parents died or whatever. So
don't make it much better.
his mom takes her in as her own or whatever. But it's still creepy.
If
they grew up as siblings.
If they conceived a child, that child still may pop up with 6 toes.
It's still weird, yeah. It's illegal in a lot of the U.S.
Yes.
Except a couple of states to our immediate south.
What did that girl give me?
I don't know.
I just know I beat her. sounded horrible.
You beat that woman.
I ain't Shaft.
Anyway, that's actually
okay. It's okay because it was Samuel L. Jackson.
That's actually a good spot to end this video.
Yeah.
We should be able to record maybe one more.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe. Check out the rest of our videos. JJ usually does this.
Yeah, check out our merch. I'm more talkative this time around. More comfortable working the stream and stuff like that.
He's growing into his new position as being on camera. But I think that's it. I think
check our merch.
Wizards and Weirdos.
Yeah.
That's JJ will be the face of Wizards and Weirdos, so you'll see a lot more of him over there. I will mention right now we have pretty much every platform that you can think of, like Kick and Twitch, and we have a Facebook page. We have. Did I mention TikTok? No, we have a TikTok. And I think that should be it. But Twitch and YouTube. Well, I didn't say YouTube. We have a Twitch and YouTube, and those will be where you see content the most. That it will be Twitch and YouTube because I'm gonna start editing videos once we start making videos myself. I'll do Wizards and Weirdos myself. Yeah. That way I am on top of everything for it.
I will say this, just so everyone gets a good feel of it, we're probably gonna start off with strictly one shots.
Yeah.
Until we get a good feel of it, then I'm gonna start off actually not with the campaign book. I'm probably gonna do a homebrew thing.
I don't care.
Yeah, actually I have an idea for one.
As long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Trust me, even though we stopped playing, I didn't. Matter of fact, I'm working on a Ruby D&D.
Because we have this starter set that we could do if we wanted to start with that. I think our group currently that we have voted, and you can. I think we're far enough ahead with recordings that I can go ahead and throw this out there. We decided we were doing the Alien game first.
Yes, because I want to see if you guys survive like the last people I worked with. We didn't lose a single person.
Because JJ's been pushing for that one for a while with our group, and Tanner immediately voted that one.
Yeah.
When he saw it on the thing. I don't even think it was on there, but a couple seconds, and he voted for it.
I will warn this, it won't have any xenomorphs in it. It will have something else.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Bloodburster.
That'll be out soon. We're gonna try, and I think the only thing we're waiting on right now is another person. Yes. So if you know us personally and you're interested,
yes,
we are looking for an extra person or two for the group. I know somebody that is actually already game for it, but we just haven't said anything, so he hasn't really mentioned anything. He's played Fortnite with me and Michael recently, but that's on the Pet Farms Plus channel, so if you want to check that out.
Has he worked with us before?
No. So we're good. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye. Dang it. Finger slipped. Bye. I'm leaving.